Hi, I'm Ovidius from Archetypal LED Coating Solutions. I'm going to talk today about how to applicate a LED oil. Here we are, New York City apartment, and I just want to show you first what do we need for LED application, oil application. We need a 16 inches buffer, Oraki buffer, LED light, of course the LED oil. So how are we going to do it? Before we start applicating the oil, the floor got to be sanded and finished with 100 grit or 120 grit paper. Some people like to do a water popping after that, which I like it too. If you're going to do water popping, make sure that the floors are dry and check with the moisture meter that the number you started is the same when after it dried. So once we're all done with the floors, we could go ahead applicate the oils. Once you're ready to put the oil, make sure you don't have a direct sunlight. If you do, cover it with dark plastic. Basically, before you use the oil, you must open the cap and make sure that all the waxes sticking on the cap, scrape it and put it inside. And then take a piece of wood, as you see, you mix it out. Make sure that you mix thoroughly. If you don't mix those waxes and photo initiators, oil will not dry properly. It's like one smooth oil, and that's it. After mixing it very well, this is the color coat. We're gonna pour it inside of the applicator. Not all the way, that much. Get ready for applicating the oil on the perimeter. Okay, taking some oil and putting it all the perimeter. Right after putting it in the perimeter, we'll have one of the guys working this through. While he's working, I'm going to continue all the other side. And I could have another guy cutting it this way. Basically, we're burnishing until it absorbs into the wood. You almost don't have any extra. You see, I don't have any lines, anything. It's totally absorbs into the wood. That means you saturate the wood with oil. Once we cut the perimeter, we will start rolling the oil from further wall towards to the exit. We're going to be buffing it now. Buffing it in. Basically, all this oil we want it to absorb into the wood, but if it cannot absorb anymore, we will change the pad to take the excess off. Unlike polyurethane, we don't want any thickness on top, so it will look very fine and shows the wood grain instead of the finish. So right after finishing application of the oil with the red pad, we clean the perimeter, all these little dots and everything created during buffing. So we clean them up because with the bigger buffer, it's going to be harder to do it. You're using a white pad and maybe a rag. Okay, basically after buffing the oil, cleaning the perimeter, we go with the Oraki buffer. You see all these little things, little whites, all that will disappear once we have the Oraki on. I'm removing all these little dots, all the lines left behind from the big buffer. You don't want to miss a line. You go 50-50 and you hit it. So this last part, I can work myself straight back. This is the most difficult part, but it's very easy with this oil. I will walk out, take all my footprints out. And I'm done. Now we're ready to dry. So before I dry, I want to remove this tape. Make sure that I don't have a buildup over here. We just buffed the oil, we put the Oraki, everything is smooth. What I want to do, I want to shine the light this area I want to make sure there is no oil dry under my foot and make sure that I dry all the perimeters. So, well, the way you do, while you dry, you work with it. I'm making a path myself, and this is the most important part right here, around this wall. Now, I can walk with that path. So I go here, I go back. I'm holding the light a little bit an angle, so I'm kind of feathering front of me. That's it. We're done. Let's go and do the second coat, clear coat, extra protection. Basically, the floor is ready. If we were going to go this color, I would have put another coat of same color. But we're going to put one clear coat quickly, which takes half of the time, and dry it same way, exactly the same sequence. Basically, it's all same process, but for second coat, we're going to use white pad. Same thing again, but very quick. This doesn't take too much time. You see what I'm doing? I'm putting a half roller. You can put a full roller if you want. So I'm cutting the perimeter again. So we take the white pad and we take a rag. So we'll go all the perimeter again. Now I'm ready again. Same thing what we did before. This oil don't dry, so you can go ahead, especially with clear coat. It's not going to give you any marks. Here we go. Applicating the oil in. A lot of oil. But it's okay. We will use a carpet right after that. After putting my last coat clear, I don't know, I might have put a lot of extra. I can't see it, it's a clear. I want to use a carpet to remove all the excess, so I know 100% I don't have extra oil in there. We're going to clean the perimeter with the towel so I don't have any extra. Then I'm going to hit the white pad because I'm going to finish everything with the white pad. Completely wiping it off. And I make that circular motion. That's what the Oriki going to do, you know? So it gives me the same pad. I wipe it first, then I pass my white pad. Beautiful. Same thing again. I start with Oriki. This is a very quickly pass. You're not really applicating oil anymore. All you're doing, you're making sure that I don't have circular marks from the buffer. Before I start my drying, I'm gonna ensure that this edge is nice and dry. Again, I want to dry all this area. Then I go in, same way. I'm going to create my pathway. That's it. We're done for the day. We're done with the job. Job complete. 2 steps. Color oil, clear oil. Voila, you can walk on it now. You can inspect. Everything looks nice and clean. Everything looks dry. So when you slide your foot, if it's not holding, that means it's dry. That's it. Thank you guys. Thank you.